Welcome back, guys. As you've seen in my cinematic intro, we are back again with another test review, or first ride review on this. This is the Harley Davidson 2017 Softail Slim S, which I must admit, it's not one of the bikes that I've been super dying to ride, but I think the one thing that's attracted me to this one is particularly the colour scheme. I love the army look, and at the same time you cannot fault this. Bada boom. The big 110. So this should be a good ride for you guys to understand what it's like to go on one. As with all my test reviews, let's do a quick sound test. So currently in neutral, just to highlight, this has got a stage 1 on with the Vance & Hines short shots pipes. Here we go. Let's hear a rip. Super sweet. The one thing I do notice going up the engines in Harley Davidson is that the sound gets better and better. So with the 110 you've got that 1800 kicking out, which is making those short shots sound very deep and throaty. Without further ado, let's get on this test ride and let's do the Motonewbrider test track. So just quickly going over the controls, as with all Harley Davidsons, it is very simplistic. So with the Softail Slim, on the left hand side you've obviously got the left cancelling indicator, you've also got your control switches such as the horn, headlights, main beam, etc. And you've also got the addition of a cruise control here, very nice. On the right hand side you've got the obvious, you've got the hazards, the engine cut off, etc. And then you've got the right hand cancelling indicator, and then you've also got the addition of the fly wire throttle cable, which is really nice, just cleans everything up at the front and gives it more of a responsive feel from what I felt before. And on the left I can't forget the hydraulic clutch, which again I find is very nice. So coming into the middle of the tank here, you've obviously got your petrol gauge on the top left, nice easy dial to see, even from this position actually you can see where it is. On the right hand side you've got where you're filling up the gas tank, and in the middle end you've got your speedo, and then over here you've got the circulation button, and then you can see your range. Let's go back to it. Let's go back to it again. Range 106 miles. Then moving on to the foot pegs, you've got the floorboards, which is quite a nice feature for you cruisers, for you long distance tourers, very comfortable. And the position itself is almost like a forward control setup then. Other addition as well, 6 gears. So yeah, that is where we are at. Okay guys, as in all my reviews, I'll be taking you on the Motonewbrider test track. That's my new nickname for it. We'll be testing out the speed, manoeuvrability, the comfort levels, and little things such as, you know, how the gearbox feels, etc. On this bike. So I can give you some direct verbal feedback. As I mentioned in all of my test reviews, I'm clearly not an expert. I am just some dude who loves riding motorbikes. So take it as you will. Let's go. Okay guys, coming up to the first roundabout, so let's test out manoeuvrability. The one thing that I know is going to be a slight hazard is the footboards. So let's just see how it goes. Good thing to note is that this is the shortest bike in the Harley Davidson range, same as the Breakout. So in terms of being a shorty, this is absolutely perfect for you. It's about 650mm, 65cm tall. Very good, but you know, it's extremely smooth. I wouldn't expect anything else if I'm honest. It's a low centre of gravity. It's got the Hollywood bars on it, which just makes the turn and just control the bike super duper easy. Okay guys, we are now approaching a national speed limit, so what I want to do is just give it a real good burst, drop it down into second gear, and as Arnie said, come with me if you want to live. Clearly you've got a lot of poke there with the 110. What I would stress though is that in comparison to when I rode the Dyno Lowrider S, that clearly had a bit more poke than this. I think obviously there's a weight difference with the bikes, but it's still got that poke. I don't know if you guys can hear this exhaust properly, but through here, listen to this. Coming again into the national speed limit. I just want to test what this bike is like riding at 60, and we're up there already. I do apologise in advance if there's a lot of wind coming through. I think my helmet is failing on the noise front at the moment. But riding at 60, it is a super duper smooth ride. A lot of people describe this bike to me as riding in an armchair, and it definitely feels like that. I think the Hollywood bars help a lot, and I definitely think the seat complements the way you feel on this bike. It is very much, you're sitting in an upright position, and I just don't feel stressed. My upper back muscles aren't tight. It's a very different experience to, say, for example, on my Sportster 48, where I've got those drag bars and it's very much an aggressive riding position. Okay, next thing we want to test out is the suspension. So, as with my track, I use the railway line. So let's give it a go. And that is super. I think you can't test it on anything better than that. It's just a real smooth cushioning. So we're moving into the part of the test track where we're going to look at its manoeuvrability, how well it copes with the tight turns. What I love about this bike is that it just feels so beefy. It's great. I'm just going through these turns, applying a bit of good throttle, but at the same time pressing that back brake. Some reasonable brakes. They're not great. Oh, that wasn't good. That's the thing. I wish they would put a bigger brake disc and caliper on these things. Flipping needs it. Feels very light to manoeuvre about. Let's give it a bit of gun over here. Oh, a bit of air. Fuck. Okay, coming up to a tight left turn. Just dropping it down. Hitting that back brake. Good. Ooh, did you hear that? That's what happens when you lean too much on these things. But again, it just feels so comfy. What I can really picture myself on this bike doing is some relatively mid-distance rides. It'd just be such a great bike to take on those journeys. Bit of a canyon cover, and at the same time comfortable as hell. Okay, coming into the tight chicane, it's a right, then left. Dropping it down, applying some back brake. Oh, bit of scrape edge, left turn, bit of poo. I missed that. Oh, and bikes. But I must say, well, the one thing that's really winning me over on this bike is the comfort level. It's just gorgeous. And fair play, for a stock C, it's brilliant. Really comfy. It actually looks alright as well, which is quite surprising. Okay, we're just going to take her out onto the dual carriageway, see how she does, and at the same time go around another roundabout just to double check what that manoeuvrability is like. Let's go. Such a beautiful bike to look at. This thing is visually impressive, I must say. It's not quite the breakout, but with this colour scheme it really stands out. I can already see people looking at me and they're thinking, what a nice bike, I guarantee it. But as we go round the roundabout again, I'm just being very cautious that I don't scrape the boards. So let's break this down. Coming to the end of the test review, let's do the what I love So what I love about the bike, the aesthetics, absolutely beautiful. Love the colour scheme, love the front end, love that it's all blacked out. It's really up my street in that sense. I love the ergonomics of the bike. As I said, it's super duper comfy. The mirrors are fab, I can see everything behind me. Hollywood bars, first time I've tried the Hollywood bars, guys. Absolutely sweet. Love things like the dials. Love that it's got 6 gears. Gearbox is smooth. Handling's okay. Power's okay. Considering it's a 110, it's got the okay rating from me. It doesn't blow me away. For example, the Dyna blew me away. I think the things what I'm a bit critical of is the price tag. I think it's a lot of money. I think you could get better bang for your buck with the Dyna Lowrider S. I know I sound like I'm selling Lowrider S's at the moment, but I am that impressed with them, honestly. The other thing I'm not too hot on is the brakes. I think the bike is extremely heavy, and I do feel it needs a bigger caliper and disc to compensate that. The ABS was kicking in all the time whilst I was on the bike. Now granted, I'm not just cruising about, I'm giving it a bit of gun, but I just feel this size of bike, you do need a bigger braking system. So without further ado, this is Motonewbrider signing off on a beautiful Softail Slim S in a sunny part of England. Wishing you guys all the best. Please ensure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next vlog. Motonewbrider.